Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to F1 2020 My Team Career Mode. And we're starting off the episode by fixing the monocoque structure upgrade which failed in the last episode, the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. It was a very good race for myself and for the team. Coming to the end of qualifying one now, our banker lap was bad enough to put us in position 18 at 109.5, so hopefully we're going to improve on that. And what I must mention for this episode, there's been a big change. I believe I may have increased the difficulty. I'm slowly increasing the difficulty by like 1 or 2 clicks. As the season goes on, I'm probably running about 107 for this, 106 maybe. We'll have to see if I do show the difficulty. But the main change is I'm now running strict corner cutting rules in an effort to improve my league racing ability and lack of getting penalties. But enough of that. We're going to the end of the lap now, a very short lap here at Canada. We're currently about 1.5 tenths up. We were going personal best to the first and second sector. We get a pretty poor run out the chicane, out the hairpin rather, so that's made us lose a bit of time. But going through the final corner, we're going to fling it over the curbs, lose the back end slightly. But that's going to drop us a little bit of time. As we come across the line, we're going to improve by 1.19, nearly 2 tenths of a second, and that only keeps us P18. So yeah, but pretty disappointing race, pretty disappointing qualifying session actually for us. I believe we even got out qualified by Jack. He might be in P16, the first time he's got into Q2, as far as I can remember. We'll have to have a quick look. And don't want to restart the session. No, Jack's in P15, so we got through. It was only a 10th there. So saying that, the entire grid separated by 1.6 seconds. So not really too bad, but we're going to listen to the lovely introduction now.
Especially at the infamous Wall of Champions, and watch out for overtaking into the hairpin and the final chicane. With the Grand Prix nearly upon us, Anthony Davidson is by my side once again to offer his performance so far this season.
Well, the atmosphere within that team seems very positive at the moment. Everyone seems like they're in great spirits and having a lot of fun doing what they do, and that's definitely contributed to the performances we've seen.
It's time to see how our drivers are stacking up after yesterday's exciting qualifying session. Good job yesterday from Valtteri Bottas. The fence starts from pole position and Max Verstappen lines up alongside. Looking at the rest of today's grid, we have Albon, Leclerc, Sergio Perez, and Vettel, Stroll, Fiat, Ricciardo, and Carlos Sainz. Ocon, Hamilton, Lando Norris, and Gasly, Aitken, Grosjean, Kimi Raikkonen, and Kevin Magnussen. Giovinazzi, Russell, they've taken a grid penalty, Latifi and Red. Which of these talented drivers will come out on top today?
Now that we've got some points on the board, let's continue this form and aim for another top 10 finish.
This qualifying wasn't great. I think we took some engine penalties actually, put us back in P22. That's sort of my strategy going forward for this entire career mode. We're not going to focus on durability. We're going to, if we qualify in a bad position, we're just going to take the pain. Our race pace is always better. What isn't good is I really need to start remembering when and where I put the introductions that Anthony Davidson and Crofty do, because I just got cut off mid-sentence there, and that's really annoying, but oh well. Currently we're going to be doing the 2-stop. It is quicker around here. Track position isn't a thing, there's 3 DRS zones to use, it's really easy to overtake around here in my opinion. I say easy, there's a lot of chances to overtake, but overtaking to the final chicane is difficult if you're side by side. We're going to underfill the car by just over a lap, because I'm going to be running lean fuel mixture around pretty much the entire second sector, but we get underway, fire red lights is away we go. We get a pretty decent initial phase compared to Latifi, but Latifi gets a decent second phase, better second phase compared to us. We're going a bit gingerly into turn 1. From Grand Prix and stuff that I've done, the AI are a bit problematic into turn 1. Getting the big squeeze from Russell there, but we managed to hold on to P21. So far so good. Looks like Grosjean ahead's going to be doing the 1-stop. He's starting the hard compound tyre, so it'll be easy pickings as we dive up the inside of Russell and Grosjean into the second chicane, or third chicane. I think he classed that as the second chicane. Just asking Jeff about the weather, he's saying that there's no rain currently expected as I was checking, because it's looking quite overcast, and you can never trust the forecast that Jeff gives you. As we're going into the hairpin, we dive over the inside of 1, 2, nearly 3 cars. That's Magnus and Giovinazzi, but unfortunately we don't get the Sensi on Raikkonen. We get a poor exit, so Giovinazzi gets back past us. But we've got the straight line speed over this Alfa Romeo, so we're going to just fly past him there. That was ridiculously quick. Our straight line speed also going to be helping us in this race a load as well. As you can see there, we already get our first track limits warning. So not off to the best of starts in terms of track limits. As Raikkonen goes very slow, we actually nearly plough into the back of him there. That could have ended very badly for my race and for Raikkonen's. But luckily we managed to avoid him as we come across the line to start lap 3 now. We're closer to Raikkonen. We're going to go up the inside here. Big old dive bomb locking the inside front, but we managed to get the car slowed up in time to get a decent run through turn 2. And now we set off after our teammate who is on the medium tyres. Lap 3, there's actually a yellow flag ahead of us. That's Pierre Gasly having an engine failure, so that's a poor result to him, and unfortunately that stops us from getting past Jack Aitken, so we have to wait until lap 5 to get past us. There's a yellow flag ahead of us. That's for Latifi, I think. He's out of his home Grand Prix. We go the inside of Jack, and yeah, that was good. Jack got past us at some point, I don't remember when. May have just got DRS back past us when we were saving ERS. Trying to slingshot the pair of us along this race, but we get back past him at the end of lap 8. And we're going to be stopping at the end of this lap. I see a few other soft runners have dived into the pits quite early. We're hopefully going to be maybe overcutting a couple of people. As you can see, we're just following Lando Norris. They actually get past Lando Norris going into the pit lane. It's always a problematic place. We just get it slowed down in time. Yes, the pit lane. If you're behind and going into the pits, you lose so much time having to brake for the people. You can see Sainz gets out pretty close to our car there. McLaren playing it very risky with the pit release. And we're going to be putting on a set of medium compound tyres, and then we're going to be going onto soft tyres in about 15-16 laps time maybe. As we come out the pits, we are in position 19. End of lap 10, a couple of other people appear, and that's going to promote us up into P16. We're going to jump Lando Norris by a long way. The undercut works absolute wonders around here. And now we're just getting under the position on Giovinazzi. I'll put them to P15. Now we've got Ocon and Ricciardo ahead of us. The two Renaults fighting and holding each other up quite a bit. They've also got, who is that? Is that Grosjean? That is Grosjean ahead of them. So hopefully we saved up a lot of ERS. The ERS wasn't really an issue around here. I was able to save it quite well and deploy all of it on this back straight here. So we're going to have a look at Ocon here. Maybe go the inside, as Ricciardo's getting very close to the back of Grosjean, but I decided not to do it because I could have got caught up on the back of Ricciardo there. And now we're a bit too far back from Ocon, but if he gets slowed up quite massively here, which he actually has done, Grosjean and Ricciardo going side by side, slowed up Ocon massively. I would go right round the outside of him, get a decent exit, put it up into overtake just to get the power ascendancy over him. He just come back at us a little bit through the first chicane, but we managed to hold true there, and that puts us up into P14. Next up is Roman Grosjean. He started this hard tyres. They're 15 laps old at this point, so he'll be coming in a few laps time, but he's going to be pretty easy pickings for us. As you can see, we've already saved quite a lot of ERS just by not using it. I think we saved something like 25 or 30% through that first sector and the half of sector 2. So we're going to be coming up to the back of him now. Maybe have a little look into hairpin. We decide better off if we brake early. Decide to favour the better exit. And this will be pretty simple, done and dusted. We're just going to go right around the outside of him. Yeah, pretty simple move. Don't really need to use much overtake. I probably didn't even need to use overtake there, as our teammate pits from his set of medium tyres. He's probably going onto the hard compound tyres. Let's see, we get promoted up into P12 from some other people stopping in the pits. And now we're going to be hopefully closing into the back of Ricardo. We've got all of our ERS, literally 100% of it to play with. Not the best exit, but we're going to have DRS, and DRS is so powerful in this game, especially with the overtake button. And hopefully we're just going to fly past him well before we get to the chicane. I don't actually favour the closing speed there, so I back out of it. I put it into lean and into medium ERS, and then we're going to try and get him going down to turn 1. You see some drivers in the pits. I believe that's Leclerc making his final stop of the race. You see we do a Ricardo dive on Ricardo, and that puts us up into the points position after starting in P22. But we still have another stop to make. However, that stop will be coming in a few laps time. As you can see, more people stopping. I believe the front runners ran soft, medium. We're going to be running medium, soft, and for some reason I don't know whether it's showing up for you, but the recording keeps on cutting back and forth between myself being in the garage from practice or qualifying. But yes, so that's awfully nice. Let's see, we're doing a soft, medium strategy here. That's my bad. I thought we could have done soft, so I guess the tyre wear isn't as as good as I thought it was going to be. We come out in P13 just behind Jack on the medium, so hopefully he's going to let us go pretty soon. As you can see, end of lap 23, we've still got 13 or 12 laps to go once we cross the line. We're going to fire on the outside of Jack. Jack actually giving us quite a big squeeze there. Not sure why I was fighting that too much. We're going to be massively quicker than him throughout the rest of this race, as Lando Norris is in the pits to put on his final set of medium compound tyres. And that promotes up into P11. And now we're closing up to the back of Sainz and Kvyat. Nothing really much happened. I was just grinding away at the latch, trying to catch us to the back of these two. Kvyat on the medium, Kvyat on the hard, Sainz on the mediums. The one stop versus the two stops. So we'll see which strategy is best here. As Sainz takes it quite cautiously in there. We have a massive lockup of the inside front tyre going to the hairpin. But we managed to make it work. We managed to get ahead of him. And now we're going to have DRS on Kvyat. We're probably not going to shape a move on him, but we're going to be able to defend quite easily from Carlos Sainz here. Closing speed against Kvyat was absolutely incredible. We decided to back out of it. He goes defensive, so that's going to slow up his run. And not that we get the best run through that corner either, but we're going to put it. We're actually going to put it up into overtake. We're going to save that for the next lap. We're on lap 32 now. We've got 4 laps left. Leclerc is pretty much out of the picture for us getting him in P8. So the best we can hope for is P9. Still going to be good to hold the points out of starting P22. Is on lap 32. We go right around the outside of Kvyat. They're on the straight. DRS and overtake to boot, and now we've just got to pull away for the next lap with our fresh and medium compound tyres, and hopefully we will keep them behind us. And that is exactly what happened. I dropped Kvyat by about just over 4 seconds as we crossed the line. I believe to be about personal best lap time as well on the final lap. But yeah, it's a pretty good race. We get driver of the day, and yeah, I'm very happy with that result.
Well, I know it's a bit of a boring answer, but the truth is they simply have the best speed package on the day, and a driver who knows how to take advantage of that. It doesn't matter how much time you spend pouring over stats and planning strategies if you can't pick the pace, and the winner today showed they could do both.
Starting to approach the podium for the victory celebrations. A real team victory today. Everybody played their part. Congratulations then to Mercedes, your race winners today. result affects the Drivers' Championship. Valtteri Bottas passes his rival to take over the lead of the Drivers' Championship. Now, let's discuss, Ants. Who would you say is a contender for Driver of the Day?
I have to give it to Red. They did a great job at getting the most out of their tyres without losing pace.
So as you can see, we're actually only a tenth off the fastest lap. That's what I was pushing for on the last lap. Unfortunately, we couldn't get it. But still 2 points, moving up from P22. Jack not having the best race, coming in P18, I think. We currently go ahead of one of the AlphaTauris. I think that's Pierre Gasly, Daniel Kvyat, and we go ahead in the constructors title as well. Also, I think ahead of Racing Point. We won the rivalry with one race remaining against Antonio Giovinazzi, so that's going to get us a nice big boost to our acclaim. Excuse me. We also boost the team acclaim up to level 9, so very happy with that, and we finished both of our objectives from the 2 sponsors to get a nice big juicy bit of income. We can put that towards maybe another driver. I believe Silverstone is our sort before Silverstone, so a couple of races time is when we're going to be getting a new driver or renegotiating. I can tell you I've already chosen my driver, so we'll have to see who that is come that race. You see we're putting on 4 different activities there, both to boost the team and boost Jack's statistics. We have a general durability upgrade, I believe, from Mercedes. I don't think we have any other upgrades. We'll have to see in the oh yes, we do have a new upgrade. Might have been a power upgrade, I think, which should come in handy around France. Another relatively strong track for us, so we'll have to see how we go in France. Overall though, another successful episode, not as good as Azerbaijan. I'm still very happy with what we achieved starting from the back of the grid. So if you did like this video, please do like, share and subscribe, and I'll catch you for the French Grand Prix in the next episode very soon.